Welcome to Mission Prep Football, the season opener here at Mission College Preparatory High School in San Luis Obispo, California. I am Brian Stanley with Prep Sports Network, and joining me, Lorenzo Reyna of 247 Sports. We are live again from Mission Prep, the first time on Prep Sports Network television, plus live on Spreaker. And Lorenzo, you're joining us for the first time on Prep Sports Network. Welcome aboard.
What an honor it is, Mr. Stanley. I mean, I know we've collaborated plenty of times, but I think today feels a lot more different because words I've been wanting to say for a while, football is back in the 805. Football is back right here in Sloan County. Football is back at Mission Prep, and we got two great teams about to go at it.
Two great teams, that is the Mission Prep Royals hosting the Nipomo Titans in Ocean League play, a totally revamped Ocean League compared to last season when we had the three-league system in the Central Coast Athletic Association, now back to a two-league system. This is the first time these two head coaches have met, Tony Dodge of Nipomo Titans and David Schuster of the Mission Prep Royals. Though it's not the first time the Royals and the Titans have met in league play, dating back to Tony Dodge's first season in 2016 when Coach Henry was the coach of Mission Prep here in San Luis Obispo.
And it's unique you bring that up, right? Because you mentioned how Dodge and Schuster have never really met before, but they're very, very established coaches. I mean, Schuster's won a CIF title. Tony Dodge has been a part of some CIF teams as well. And Tony Dodge also takes on the persona of Nipomo, like that blue-collar, feisty scrappiness side. And then you're going to see the same with Mission Prep as well. But, I mean, this is one of those games, Brian, where I honestly, truly don't care about the score. I don't care who wins. I'm just happy. I'm just so relieved for these kids. I'm relieved for these coaches. I'm also relieved for the parents as well. I mean, I'm going to use a Wu-Tang Clan reference. Today's a triumph.
Today is a triumph. The fact that we're back on the field after having so many postponements in the 2020-2021 school season just to get this football program, our football season underway. And we're here on a rare Saturday game in high school football for 11-man. Typically 8-man plays on Saturdays because they don't have the capability of lights on their fields. But on the Central Coast, most high schools play on Friday nights, and Mission Prep has lights here. But we're playing on a Saturday.
And it's crazy, Brad, because normally around this time, like if I'm in San Luis Obispo on a Saturday and the sun's out, I'm at a Cal Poly game. But, rare for a high school game as well. But, you know what? I mean, we're here. I'll also share this stat with you. It's a personal stat of mine. 504 days. That was the last time I actually covered a high school game. Now, I felt like New Orleans. Like, New Orleans is area code 504. So I finally feel like I was from New Orleans.
It has been February 2nd, 2020, I believe was the last game I called. It was Mission Prep basketball in a road game, in a playoff game. We are just about 5 minutes away from kickoff here at Mission Prep.
It seems fitting for you, Brian, because your last game was at Mission Prep. Now you're back here, and Mission Prep usually gives me a lot of social media love. They tag me in a lot of photos, a lot of videos, so maybe it's only fitting that I'm also here as well.
If Titans fans are listening on PrepSportsNet.com, on our video stream or on YouTube, give us a like, give us a follow. You might recognize my voice. I did broadcast Titans football last season for Prep Sports Network. Given the quickness of this season, we've cut down just to one squad on the Central Coast, that is Mission Prep, and the clock is ticking just to 5 minutes. We are looking at a revamped Mission Prep team, missing key 3 players from last season who are focusing on the rest of their high school endeavors for the remainder of the school year to make sure they finish strong, and that is San Jose State commit for football, Asani Berkeley, and CB3 to Nevada, and then we have Mark Rodriguez, who's received an offer from Waldorf University to play football. All three not in the lineup this season.
And you know, Brian, I'm going to be curious to see what Mission Prep comes out with in the early onset on offense because, you know, watching Asani and watching Colton, they gave the Royals a much-needed aerial element. And you're so used to seeing, like, the run-heavy, like Patrick Hood days of Mission Prep. But now I'm wondering, like, is Schuster going to come out running the football right away and then maybe set up the passing attack later? Another key aspect, too, Doug May is on the coaching staff this year. I actually got a chance to talk to Mr. May earlier today. He's known for running a lot of run-based systems, like a lot of king and queen formations, so maybe we might see that element a little bit later today. The Nipomo on the flip side, from what I read, they're going to go with a spread offense, but one thing you need to know about the Nipomo, they're going to have that feisty scrapper identity. They're going to keep that physical element, and I'm going to be looking forward to that right here.
Well, we'll be right back with you here on Prep Sports Network. You're listening to Prep Sports Network on Spreaker and watching on YouTube.
Please treat them with the respect they deserve. Thank you for your cooperation and support.
Okay, so on the camera, all you got to do is use the top to zoom in. If we have at the end of a play, you can zoom in on a play. And then kind of keep it around the box, you know, the box, like the back of the linebackers, you know, people at the back, not like the way back people, to the running backs. Then there's a pass, just kind of follow the pass.
Alright, so it's like follow the ball.
Follow the ball. Okay? You're in charge of the camera. Just follow the ball. And if you make a mistake, don't even worry about it. We'll get better at it.
You got it.
We got
Rise, remove your caps,
We got to
play the national anthem. Football!
Here's my roster. If you want one, I got two there. Give me one back. I have too many notes here. Welcome back to Mission Prep Football, as my mic is off tilter. We are just about to get underway for kickoff as my notes fly away here.
Hey, we're ready to bring the ruckus like truck number 1 of 36 Chambers. So.
Oh, wow. Wu-Tang in the house.
I got my Wu-Tang Clan shirt on too. I'm ready for Rick Warren versus Ghostface Killer, but more important, Brian, I'm ready for Nipomo Mission Prep.
Mission Prep receiving the kickoff as Nipomo prepares to kick off here. Forgive us as we are a little discombobulated coming out of that break. We are back underway. Shout out to our statistician Charles Summer doing our stats via the live stream. And here is the kickoff. Back to receive that off the ground. Number 20, not on my sheet.
That is George Kardashian.
George Kardashian changing numbers.
No relation to a certain Kardashian, right?
Correct. No relation. Oh, look, there he is. I was looking on the wrong side. George Kardashian.
First game jitters on your end, but
yes.
Let's see what formation the Mission Prep is going to come out with. They're going to go power right here.
And hand off to the left side, and being taken down in the backfield, Jack Susank.
Swarming like a bunch of killer bees. I know it's another Wu-Tang reference, but I also will say this, Brian. Keep a close eye on number 23, Keyshawn Pua. He's a veteran on this Nipomo Titans roster. He's been through plenty of games, but more important, he's going to be playing with a heavy heart. This is his first game without his father by his side, the great Stanley Pua, who passed away recently.
And running the offense for Mission Prep is going to be Kobe White. In motion, Owen Harris, and a flag on the play.
Early movement right here. I mean, kind of hate to say it, Brian, but in a game like this, especially with the long layover, you're going to have some mental errors. You're going to have some false starts, offsides, maybe illegal shifts as well. So, I mean, it's one of those things where they're probably going to just roll with the punches here.
2nd and 10 following the penalty. 2nd and 5.
And so far, Royals going with a lot of two-back sets.
And here's the handoff up the middle. And that one again to going to David Lorera.
It looks like he's near second base.
Yeah, just beyond second base. Yeah, in shallow left field. And then that would be marked at the. That's right, just shy of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Brian, this is great because, like, you remember Oakland Alameda Coliseum where the Raiders used to play. I'm used to seeing, like, the baseball diamonds and all that.
3rd and 1 for Mission Prep Royals. 10:30 on the clock. And the handoff up the middle, gaining enough yardage for the first down. Jack Susank gaining 6 yards on that carry for the first down.
So far, Prep has struggled establishing the weak side, the left side, in terms of running the football, but they're finding some more success going up the right. We'll see how Nipomo adjusts to that.
Approaching midfield now, ball at the 35-yard line. And the handoff once again with a pitch back to White, and the pass off to the right side. No good on the big hit from Justin McKee on Owen Harris.
Very well read. I mean, lots of discipline on that Nipomo Titans side. So
that brings up a 2nd and 10, 9:59 as the clock comes to a stop with that incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, first quarter. Both teams with timeouts. You're listening to Mission Prep Football on Prep Sports Network. And handoff to the right side again. That right side opening up to Drew Harrigan this time.
Gabe Evans, only 5'6", was able to knife through and still make that stop. Would have gone for maybe perhaps a 20, 30-yarder had he broken that tackle, but excellent work, excellent discipline by Gabe Evans.
Bringing up a 3rd and about 6 on the play. Ball spotted at the 40, or just shy of the 40, about a yard short, or a foot short, that is. I'll get my yards and foots corrected here shortly.
Yeah, early jitters, right?
Yards and feet, that is, not foots.
Early jitters.
Early jitters. It's been 13 months. Here's the handoff from White up the middle, and that gains no yardage, maybe a yard.
So again, Brian, going back to what I was saying about Doug May and how he likes to use a lot of king-queen formations, a lot of like basically option-style stuff. You saw it on the first drive. You saw a lot of split backs. You saw a lot of fullback dives. So, I mean, this could be a common theme for the rest of the game.
And the punt unit out on the field for a 4th and 5. Back to punt is Jack Susank. The punt is off, nearly tipped by McKee, Justin McKee. And back to receive the fair catch for the Titans is Declan Coles. So they're going to get the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line to start their first drive of the game with 8:30:06.
You know, we talked about the veteran guys on the pole. Declan Coles is another veteran, senior. I mean, one of the guys who opted back in. And so I'm sure Nipomo and I'm sure Tony Dodge is very happy to have a veteran presence like that.
New quarterback, a junior quarterback. We saw some action last season. Nate Reese picked up some height, now standing 6'1", pass over the middle. A strong pass overthrown to Victor Ortiz.
He took a shot from Mr. Kardashian, and looks like he's slow to get up. This is Victor Ortiz.
And the medical staff coming out to look at Ortiz just at midfield at the 50 at the Mission M. And we're going to take a quick break as we have an injury timeout here. You're listening to Mission Prep Football on Prep Sports Network and on YouTube. Take a breather. He's going to send them to me.
Okay.
And we'll have official stats at halftime provided by Charles Summer here on Prep Sports Network. Mission Prep Football. We got a 2nd and 10 following the incomplete pass from Nate Reese. This one's a handoff up the middle to Keyshawn Pua. He makes his way out to the left side, and he's taken down after a 6-yard gain.
One of the things I always respected out of Pua, he's a throwback. He's an old school guy. He loves contact, loves running through people. You saw it on that run, being able to break that tackle before getting 2 guys to bring him down.
That brings up a 3rd and 4 for Nipomo. Fake handoff to Keyshawn Pua, and then a low toss over the middle, incomplete from Nate Reese, intended for Nick Milton, the backup quarterback for the Nipomo Titans.
It looks like the punt team coming on board.
And that's a 3 and out for the Nipomo Titans, bringing out the punt unit. And back to punt for Nipomo, Esteban Vasquez, I believe that is. If not, that's going to be Victor Ortiz. That is Victor Ortiz with a scrub-style punt. Going past the 40, down to the 30. Good bounce for Nipomo. Down to the 30.
Near second base.
Inside second base. That's a grounder. That's going to be a single up the middle.
Yeah, it's also baseball season too, just to remind the folks with everything that's going on. So.
On the playing field of the football, we have second base, third base, and the pitcher's mound. Now the mound's not there, but the circles and the layouts are there. No actual bases on the field. 1st and 10 for the Royals, 7:51 first quarter. We are scoreless.
And now Mission Prep going with the single back. First time we'll see this today.
Colby White takes the shotgun snap to Jack Susank, and he's stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1.
Jack Susank on the carry.
And so far this game has been all defense. Not a whole bunch of offensive production. Neither team able to get much going.
And Mission Prep's only from the football once so far, and like we said, we talked about it earlier. What effect does not having a Sonny Berkeley and Carlton Brown have so far? And as I predicted, Mission Prep was going to try to establish the run right away.
Taking the shotgun snap once again. Pass off to the left side, complete to Grant Callahan, and that's just short of a first down by about 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 3. And I imagine we're probably going to see a run play here, though they're starting to show that they can pass the ball.
Maybe perhaps a play action pass, but you got the 2 backs.
Under center this time, hands off up the middle to Jack Susank, and he fights his way through the line for a yard.
And look who's front and center, number 23, Keyshawn Pua. I mean, again, you don't really like use the term veteran, but usually use for like an NFL player. Well, fact is, Pua has played on so many varsity games, and he comes from a football family, so he's going to come with a lot of
4th and 1.
I also want to point this out, Brian. I don't know if you can see behind you. You got fans who are actually sitting on top of their cars just to watch this game.
I did not notice that at first. I will tell you, the first time I broadcast here, things got a little strange. We lost half the lights in the stadium. We had some police activity out on the street. And again, like, the unusual happens at Mission Prep this time around. That was my first game broadcasting Nipomo when Nipomo's field wasn't ready. They came up here. My first game with Mission Prep at Mission Prep, things get a little strange, it's a little different. And we got fans. Maybe they're listening to us on Spreaker. Maybe they're watching us on YouTube to get a little insight. You can follow us on PrepSportsNet.com, streaming live. Just click the PSN TV tab for that live stream. I'm Brian Stanley. With me is Lorenzo Reyna, excuse me. I was trying to get to Thomas too.
Well, the jitter, like the first game jitters, so it's all good.
Yeah, Lorenzo Reyna.
Yeah.
And we're back under action here after a timeout.
Got punt formation.
6-13 pump formation on a 4th and 1.
So 3 punts so far in this game. If you looked,
and we have a whistle. Looks like there's going to be a flag against the Royals as the Titans celebrate.
Well, again, I mean, we're going to overuse the word jitters.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's a prime example of that.
And that false start on the offense gives Nipomo some breathing room, eliminates the fake punt option on the 4th and 1. Declan Cole's back to receive the Jack Susink snap, or the punt, as the snap is given, and fair catch by Coles for a 1st and 10 for Nipomo at the 39-yard line. Oh, I was just told that the camera was not switched back, so let's do that. Glad to help out. Thank you, Coach Hitchens. Or Coach Hitchen, that is, no S. Woo.
Coach Hitchen got good eyes.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay. This is our first television broadcast as we have a tackle hard here on the Mission Prep sideline. Declan Cole's being taken out of bounds.
Jack Susink, tough like an elephant tusk, which is from a famous Wu-Tang Clan song as well. But he came flying in, read that fly sweep perfectly.
That fly sweep only netted 1 yard, but we got TV back.
Yeah, good to see the TV screen again.
We do apologize for that.
Quarterback keeper right here.
Fumble on the play, and it's picked up by Mission Prep. A little stumble, and going for the distance, looking for the end zone is the Royals defense. Coming up with that fumble is Connor Lopez, and that touchdown on the 6.
And Brian, Connor Lopez is a freshman. How about making an impact right away on this for this program and in your varsity career by scooping up and then heading to the end zone?
Way to make an impact. That is a 6-0 ball game. 5:24 here in the first quarter on that 2nd down play. As the kicking unit comes out, the video is back live. Fans are celebrating. Players are celebrating.
We had to make sure that the camera was on so people could see him scampering to the end zone, and you almost fell.
Yeah, I almost fell. So excited up here. We are on a lift, and it gets a little shaky. Coach Hitchen with the save on that. Everybody got to see that play live. Highlight reel right there.
How about Susik, though? I mean, spotted the football, taking it in right there. Way to win over your older teammates as well.
And that one is up and into the balcony for the extra point, and it's a 7-0 game.
With the hole, Jack Susank.
And Jack Susank with that extra point. Getting a lot of work here. Running, kicking, is all we got to do is get him in the pass game, and he's all set.
Yeah, and he's already making his presence known under David Schuster and for this program. And another thing, we mentioned how Asani and Carlton, some of those Stack senior class, they moved on. They decided to move on. Well, now it's like this is a great opportunity for freshmen and sophomores to make their impact early on, and you saw it on that defensive scoop and score.
And I just want to give a shout out to our cameraman today, Thomas. He is a future Mission Prep Royal. Will be attending Mission Prep next season.
You're gonna play football?
Or next year.
No? All right.
He's not going to play football, but he is handy with the camera.
Yeah.
Quick to learn, and we appreciate his presence up here in our broadcast lift today. A little windy, a little shaky, but we're doing great up here. So thank you for joining us. Again, this is our first television broadcast, we're expanding.
So, Brian, you know what's actually holding down the weight here? This thing right here.
The donut box was given to us. We are that special that they give us the donuts.
I needed that fuel as well.
Yeah. I needed that fuel so much that I haven't even drank my energy drink.
Yeah, you don't need it. It's kind of redundant at this point.
And here's the kickoff by Jack Susank, 5:24 on the clock. 7-0 is our ball game. Mission Prep up after the fumble recovery by Lopez for the 6 points. And that's a touchback in the end zone. He nailed that one pretty good.
Susank with the touchback.
So what will the Nipomo do? How will they respond? I'm going to be curious to see, especially since they've gone with more of a spread option.
20-yard line.
Well, their first drive was a 3-and-out, and their first drive was 3-and-out. Second drive resulted in a fumble on second down. So they're only 5 plays into their offense and not having much luck here as far as yardage. And here's the run up the middle, and they're trying to power it through with Keyshawn Pua, and it's taken half of the defensive line and most of the offense to bring him down.
Old school football right there. I mean, he's going to be playing for Hancock, and I mean, as you know, Brian, Hancock loves those ground and pound style.
I am surprised to be hearing that he wants to go, that he's headed to Hancock.
Yeah, I read about it.
And that brings up a 2nd and 2. And the handoff again to Pua, the big body. Last season I called him the Polynesian powerhouse, and that gives them the first down.
It continues.
With that big push up the middle.
But see, like, when it comes to a guy like Pua, it's like Mission Prep defenders, regardless of who's out there, they have to understand you cannot tackle him from the waist up. You have to go for the legs. You have to go for the ankles. So just to try to slow him up.
That brings up 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff to fumble on the play again. And again, Mission Prep comes up with the ball, and Nate Reese fumbled it as he tries to go with the toss.
So Lyman Dream, Calif Alalam, I hope I pronounced that name right, he gets the football. I mean, every lineman's dream, Brian, is to get their hands on the football, whether if it's catching or pouncing on a fumble. So Calif has something to remember for this game.
Defense coming up big for Mission Prep here. 2 fumble recoveries on back-to-back drives. And Caleb Alalam with the second one, the first one going to Connor Lopez. So much work done by the defense here. Back on offense for the first time across the 50 is Mission Prep. Here is Kobe White shaking off 2 defenders before taken down by Leo Toledo of Nipomo.
So it's not raining right now, but I guess he's slippery when wet. So,
yeah.
I mean, it rained last night in my game at Arroyo Grande in Tascadero.
He's picking up that moisture from the ground and using it to his advantage. So 2nd and 10 as we have a sub out coming in for the tight end is David Andrade as Luke Walker heads to the sidelines.
And Prep continues to keep things very simple with the split backs and the tight end sets as well.
And here's the pitch to Susank off to the left side on the sweep. And he avoids the tackle in the backfield by Declan Coles. and just comes up short of the first down, chased out of bounds on the left side.
And it's the guy who you proclaimed the Polynesian powerhouse, Pua with the blast on that play.
As the wind kicks up here on our rocking our boot.
We lost our sun.
That's all right. I don't mind not having the sun a little bit here. It was starting to put a bead on my brow.
All right, so I'm gonna get out my Wu-Tang Clan references, Brian. I'm gonna reference the late Leah. We're rocking the boat here.
Rocking the boat.
We're going back and forth. All right, so we got
basking in the glory of the sun is what we're doing.
Yeah, we got another split backs with the Titans.
3rd and 2 for the Royals. 3:33 on the clock on the snap, and they gain enough for the first down on the handoff to David Lorera.
It looked like Drew Harrigan, the freshman.
Okay, sorry, Drew Harrigan. I saw Lorera, excuse me, getting up from the pile as well. I thought he had the ball. Thank you, Harrigan, with the carry.
But Harrigan's another freshman, also trying to make his presence known for the Royals too, and was able to gain the first down. Although from here, he doesn't look like a freshman.
Royals in the red zone for the first time today. 3:02 and the clock runs. Timeout is called by Mission Prep as they want to reset the offense. 3:01. We're going to take a quick timeout here, catch our breath, give our cameraman Thomas a quick break, and we're going to transition the scenes, and we'll promise we'll bring it back right this time. And we're back live from Mission Prep. Brian Stanley, Lorenzo, Reyna. 3:01 on the clock. 7-0 Mission Prep lead. Shotgun snap for Kobe White as he's chased down by Keyshawn Pua. Pass incomplete. Off to the right side. Owen Harrison, the intended target. Ball hit in the ground. Bringing up 2nd and 10.
Pua and Ben Cepeda, they read that perfectly. Read the play action. Was able to still be in front of the quarterback's face to be able to force that incompletion.
Coach, the funny thing about the rarity here in Central Coast football, a lot of coaches on the Central Coast, when they're head coaches, they're defensive coordinators. For Mission Prep, Coach Schuster is the offensive coordinator. So we got head coach versus head coach literally in this game, because Tony Dodge is the defensive coordinator for Nipomo as well as the head coach. And here's the snap under center for Kobe White, who gets it quickly out to the right side, and that run by Drew Harrigan is caught in the backfield for no gain and a loss of 5, bringing up 3rd and 15 at the 25.
Nick Milton, the corner, able to step up, read that run, and was able to bring it down, especially after Pua missed that tackle. But, Milton with the cleanup duty.
Milton definitely getting the work done. He is a junior. He's been with the program since his late freshman season.
And he's another one with a lot of varsity games under his belt, so he's another one who Tony Dodge is going to heavily rely on from a leadership standpoint as well.
Him and Nate Reese definitely took the leadership role when Braden Grosshart went down with injury last year early on. And that one was almost a mistimed play.
David Lawyer almost got his head taken off. By
the snap as Colby White throws off to the left side, and no good to Owen Harrison.
I'm going back to my Wu-Tang references, Brian. Protect your neck.
Yeah, he stopped and he's like, whoa, that's the ball. And that reminded me of similarly to when Mark Sanchez ran into his own lineman.
Oh, the infamous butt fumble.
Yes.
That's his claim to fame. It's too bad. It's like people remember Mark Sanchez more for the butt fumble than his 1 year at USC.
Exactly.
Unless you're a diehard USC fan.
And here comes the kicking unit for the field goal. 1:58 on the clock. And we have a timeout, Mission Prep. They have one timeout remaining following this one as Coach Schuster and the special teams talk it over. It's a 4th and 15 here in the first quarter. And that try is going to be a 37-yard attempt for Schusank.
And going back to what you were saying earlier, Brian, about Schuster like running the offense. Well, he has backup. I mean, Doug May, for the longest time, his area of expertise is offense. So it also helps to have a guy like May on the staff.
Yeah, May bounced around in Santa Maria Valley for a little bit, coaching for some time at Orchid Academy and then Rigetti before making his way up here to Mission Prep this season. And you earlier, I'll touch on my point later, but because we're back to action, and here comes the 37-yard try for Susank from the right hash. The holder for Susank is Colby White, and it's Mission Prep with the snap. That one is low. Looked like it was tipped by Gabe Evans getting in there early.
Huge breath of fresh air for the Titans. Can they capitalize from here? Because it's still a very closely knitted game.
It is a very closely knitted game. 1:54 as we turn over the ball following the missed field goal on a 37-yard attempt.
The biggest key, though, and I'm sure they've talked about it on the sidelines, protect the football.
Protect the football, and that's not something they've been able to do very well. Nipomo turning it over twice.
And they're fortunate that Mission Prep has only gotten 7 points from the turnovers. Just only
correct.
Only 7 points from one turnover. Check the stream again. Make sure it's on. We've got a quarterback keeper by Nate Reese. Goes up the left side.
We're being told that we might be having some technical difficulties if you're with us, but bear with us. I'm going to double check our stream here.
So Nipomo operating with 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right.
Victor Ortiz in motion and rolling out to the right side is going to be Nate Reese.
Got a penalty flag on the play, but I felt that Grant Callahan played that perfectly, played that deep ball perfectly. We'll see what the marker is.
Difficulties if you're with us, but bear. Okay, we're being told that was old information from Coach Hitchen, who is, I guess we're calling to call him our executive director today.
Yeah.
He is making sure we're on point.
Our producer.
Yeah, our producer. There we go, executive producer. Doing some great work, and the flag on the play. Sorry for my distraction here. We want to make sure we're presenting the best possible broadcast to you we can on Spreaker and YouTube via the Prep Sports Network's website.
Yeah, bear with us. We're not exactly Jim Nantz and Tony Romo, but we're trying.
And that one's a tip pass, and getting a lot of contact following the pass tipped by Owen Harrison.
Number 8, Owen Harrison on the break.
Another great play by this defense.
He played that so perfectly as well, and I mean he was fighting for contact, but was still able to get his hands up.
And then
you want your defenders to be feisty and using their hands. Well, you saw that on that example from the defensive end.
A lot of defensive end work there. The run out to the right side is Reese. A pass down the sideline. That pass incomplete. Intended target out of bounds. Isaiah Perales.
So I'm going to give Nipomo the benefit of the doubt. They're still showing an aggressive game plan. They're still showing an aggressive reaction despite the 2 turnovers. And again, it's like, Dodge likes to Dodge likes to play a physical game, but he also likes to take aggressive shots. And on this drive, they went deep twice. Unfortunately, they came up empty, but it goes to show you that, they're not afraid to air it out, even though their identity for so long was the running game.
4th and 15, the punt unit's out. Victor Ortiz sending this one away as he rolls out the rugby-style punt. Not going very far. Everybody calling grenade. Move away from the ball as diving on it for Nipomo
Hit the deck.
is Elijah Ojeda as he's trying to prevent it from rolling back in favor of Mission Prep.
I was about to say inspect the deck.
Yeah, hit the deck.
Hit the deck.
We are less than a minute away here in the first quarter. The first half of this first quarter really went by, and now it's kind of slowed down, and we're getting to enjoy the pace of this football game. And it's been a great time. I'm happy to be back at football.
Yeah, same here. I know we talked about it, touched base on it earlier, but, I was going for withdrawals, to be honest.
And here's the snap up the middle, to the right, actually, is Drew Harrigan.
Vincent Hernandez was in on that tackle.
And that's a 2-yard gain for Harrigan.
But smart, they went for the legs, they wrapped up. So, sometimes you have to play the simple game. Can it be so simple,
And bringing in the call from the sideline, Colby White, sophomore starting quarterback for Mission Prep. Under center this time. Takes the snap, and that one quickly broken up in the backfield.
Guess who? The Polynesian powerhouse.
Keyshawn Pua and being taken down, David Larrera.
I'll be curious to see, Brian, where Pua plays at the next level. If it's going to be in the backfield or if it's going to be at linebacker. He has the size for both, but I'm thinking I might be leaning more towards linebacker.
I would say he would probably be a really good. I feel like he's more of a running back in my opinion. If you look at his stature this season, he's cut some of the unwanted weight and replaced it with muscle.
Hey, shout out to our guy Owen.
Owen Main in the house.
The main man.
If you know what I'm saying, if you look at his stature, he's a little bit more built than he is husky. We're talking about Keyshawn Pua, not Owen Main, that is.
Yeah. Although Owen looks like he could play some left tackle.
Oh, yeah, Owen Main can put some work in. But I wanted to touch base. We keep talking about coaches. There's one coach missing from the sidelines. Also, you talked about the Hancock coach, Sandy Pua, Keyshawn's dad. We talked about the addition of Doug May to the lineup, but we're missing a coach, and that's Josh Caldera from Nipomo, who passed away in the off season.
Another one too we have to keep in mind as well. And Caldera was such an influential figure for not just Nipomo football, but Nipomo athletics in general. And just everyone I talked to in that city, they all spoke volumes of Mr. Caldera.
Yeah, and I've known him since I was a teenager. So nothing but, and my opinion of him was great, and then when we reconnected, it always maintained.
It just goes to show you that the emotions are running high for Nipomo. You lose two prominent figures, and then of course the COVID-19 and how it affected, for 500 days being without football.
Yeah, and we're back under action, switching directions here in the second quarter, moving right to left, and White throwing down the left side, the right sideline, incomplete pass to Harrison.
And Harrison would have been gone if he had caught that pass as well. He had nobody around him.
We're seeing some good ball movement with the passing from Mission Prep, just not the timing there to get it complete. And I think we're going to see a lot of that between. Not that I got to see any football last night because I was at my other job, but I think we're going to see a lot of that in the first week. The timing just not going to quite be there because the players and the coaches haven't had the most amount of time together.
So out of respect, I'll say this. So I won't say what Brian's job exactly is, but he is an essential worker.
Oh, I work at Foodsco at the Foodsco gas station in Santa Maria. Come by, say hi.
Yeah, essential worker. Support essential workers.
And White running up the middle on the keeper and he gains 2 yards.
Although we're essential workers here, too.
Yeah, we're essentially bringing you the football game that everybody needed to hear today. And we just want to thank everybody who's made it possible. David Schuster, Kevin Hitchin, everybody here at Mission Prep, Chris Sylvester at Prep Sports Network, Stephen Hodges, who bought half of the equipment we're using. So I just want to thank everybody making this possible today. And that was enough for a first down. That was a turnover on downs.
Nipomo going back to the physical look, the old school.
And Nipomo handing it off up the middle on 1st and 10, 11:44 on the clock. Mission Prep up 7-0. And that run by Victor Ortiz, a good run for some good 8 yards.
Behind center, 2 backfields. That's what I got used to, and watching a little bit of Nipomo over the years. Looks like they've gone back to that identity. If you love running games, this is it.
Yeah, they're going back to the big powerhouse run game. And this one going to Pua, and Pua wrapped up by the defensive line and taken down. I'd like to give credit to one guy, but there's a lot of them in there.
Pack of killer bees.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll let you have that one. Pack of killer bees. That brings up a 3rd and 1. Scoreboard says 2. Definitely a 3rd and 1. And
I would imagine that they're going to feed Pua right here.
You got to feed the Polynesian powerhouse. Reese under center. It's I formation, and they give it to the fullback. That is true, and that fullback is, that fullback right there is Vincent Hernandez. Putting in the work to gain a big yardage there for the first down as they inch closer to the 50.
You know, it's crazy because it's like Nipomo is starting to play Mission Prep's game from earlier today. They're starting to feed the fullback, get him going.
Working from the I formation is Mission Prep. Again to the fullback, and that one got broken up as they go for the same place back to back. And Hernandez got stuffed in the backfield.
Calif, all of them, I believe, was the one who penetrated in and was able to make that stop. Tremendous victory in the trenches for the Royals.
And they gave them a loss of about a half of a yard based on that stick.
I think at this point, I would imagine Mission Prep's going to bring their safeties a little bit more closer to the box, especially knowing that Nipomo's trying to establish the run. And there you see right here, you got
to be careful.
7, 8.
Declan Coles is a threat on the outside as Pua gets the pitch, and he just runs through the defenders. And he's laying on them, and he's making it look easy.
He's taking his time, although looks like he's going to take a breather right here.
And that's a 3rd and 5 following that 5-yard pickup by Pua. It won't look like Owen took a little bit out of him as he ran through the defender.
So Gabe Evans is going to check in. So, you could perhaps see a fly sweep play right here or another pitch play.
Gabe Evans in the backfield with Vincent Hernandez.
Got the I formation. And it's a play action.
Passes off to the left side. Incomplete for Declan Coles. I told you they were going to go to Coles. And just one play off.
Although David Andrade, though, he was all over that.
7-0 is our score. Mission Prep leads 8:54. That brings up a 4th and 5 on the incomplete pass from Nate Reese. And the kicking unit comes on. And we have 2 Vincent Hernandezes on our roster.
Which one, the punter or the...
Well, no, this is Victor Ortiz who's punting the ball.
Okay.
But there's a 33 that's a Vincent Hernandez as well. He might have changed numbers this season.
I will say this, despite all the rocking back and forth that we're doing, it feels good on my feet.
Yeah. And the fake. Vincent Hernandez plowing into Connor Lopez.
I heard that too. I'm sure this side is slow heard that. I'm sure the cyclist over there where I'm pointing at, Brian, probably heard that as well, up on the hill.
Yeah, that one, a big hit by Connor Lopez preventing the first down, stopping him with a 4-yard gain. And that gives a first down to Mission Prep.
I love the move. I love the move. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, great move.
Yeah, I love the move.
If Connor Lopez wasn't at the right spot at the right time, that would have been a first down plus some.
Yes.
So Nipomo executed that play excellent, and Mission Prep did their job to stop it excellent.
So we got 3 wides and a single back.
First and 10 from Mission Prep's 49-yard line. The Royals with the ball, moving right to left. 8:49 on the clock. Shotgun snap to Kobe White. He moves up through the pocket. He's going to keep it for himself. Gains enough for the first down across the 50. Down across second base to the 34-yard line.
He didn't need to slide either to second base.
He didn't slide into second. He went down hard with a tackle at second. And that is a 17-yard pickup for Kobe White, who goes right back in, taking the play from Schuster on the sidelines. 8:29 as the clock is running here in the second quarter. First and 10 for the Royals, up 7 over the Titans. Working from the shotgun, one running back in the backfield with him. Kobe White takes the snap. Picking up a block is the fullback. Pass over the left side, incomplete, broken up by Declan Coles.
The veteran Declan Coles, the senior, using not only that 6'1" size, but the hops to break that play up and the potential first and goal.
Grant Callahan, the intended receiver, just coming up a little bit short there.
If you love corner play, if you love like plays where like you're denying the sky, that was a play for you.
Mission Prep doing a good job showing that they can pass the ball. They just need to fine tweak the moments of timing to get the completed passes. I don't have the stats in front of me, but there hasn't been too many completed passes today.
No, it's been more of a run-oriented type of day. I mean, I kind of anticipated that coming in, but you are seeing that they are like both sides. They are taking the aggressive shots down the field.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
And we got looks like a delay of game.
Flag on the play. That's going to be it's going to be a false start or delay of game on the offense. Excuse me. 5-yard penalty. That's going to make 2nd and 15. 8:09 here in the
have
second.
to give you a big thanks for providing the beverage today.
You're welcome, sir.
Water.
Water and donuts, the key to every essential broadcast.
We got our halftime snack right here. How about that?
And a shotgun snap to White, pass to Callahan as he makes the diving attempt to catch the ball, but incomplete once again, slipping through the fingers.
Nipomo aggressively came after it and was able to force that incompletion.
And with the wind continuing to blow here, the Royals moving right to left. You're listening to Mission Prep Football on Prep Sports Network, streaming on Spreaker and YouTube. That YouTube channel, also on PrepSportsNet.com. I'm Brian Stanley, with me Lorenzo, Reyna, and Thomas, our cameraman. Shotgun snap to White, pass over to the left side. He is determined to get that pass off to the left and get it complete. Susink this time incomplete.
And you know, I know this is going to kind of sound a little bit on the repetitive side, but we talk about the presence of Asani Berkeley and Carlton Brown. You're starting to see it in the first half. It's like, you know, like with Carlton, you were able to set up your play action and feed it to the tight end, and he's able to use his size and his run after catch ability from there. And then Asani's ability to go downfield. Well, now you're seeing the effect that both guys had last year, especially in this passing game. Passing attack has been pretty out of sync right now.
And here's the punt by Susink. This one's a good punt down into the pitcher's mound, and that one goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
That would have been either maybe a wild pitch or
that one would have been a wild. They might have got the runner out at home.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was their home plate, so.
And that one goes out at the 7-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Titans. They're going to start out at third base. Working up the middle from the right hash. They're going to be playing the inside of third base.
Running. They're going to get their hands dirty right here.
running reverse around the bases.
It only fitting they're going I formation in the dirt.
I formation, undershot center is, wow, Reese, who hands it off up the middle.
Looked like Gabe Evans was the recipient of that carry.
That was actually Victor Ortiz, 35, on the carry. Second and 8. And if the video proves me wrong, then I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, it was like,
Let's see here. Up the middle. You're right, it was Gabe Evans, because they went to him again.
And Gabe Evans,
and he's still fighting.
Still fighting.
So back-to-back carries by Gabe Evans.
Only a sophomore, 5'6", 165, but looked like he was more like 5'11", 230 on that run.
Running out of the I formation, that gives them a first down. 1st and 10 at the 19, as they definitely moved away from third base. Now they're out in left field.
Yeah, they're heading toward the outfield now.
Moving left to right here in the second quarter. Handoff up the middle from Reese. And in that scrum pile, coming up with the ball is Hernandez.
And Brian, I'm sure you're noticing it yourself. Nipomo has been more successful when the quarterback's behind center and not out of the gun.
Nipomo has been more successful handing the ball off. One thing I've noticed that Nate Reese is tending to revert back to his 2019 play where he'd have to scramble out of the pocket in order to throw the ball because he didn't have the height on him. And he runs out of the pocket once again as I talk about it, and he fumbles it out of bounds.
But that's a good kind of fumble because, I mean, it goes out of bounds.
And the fumble out of bounds is enough for a first down, as he steps out of bounds with the fumble.
And I'm sure that's the only time where Tony Dodge will be okay with a fumble.
And that's first down at the 33-yard line. If you look at the numbers for turnovers for Nipomo last season, they had a hard time holding on to the ball in general. And it's continuing to happen this season. They fumbled the ball 15 times in 10 games last season. 11 games. Hand off this time to Evans, sweeping out to the left side, and he's taken down in the backfield. A quick tackle for Mario Lorera.
They're like about a couple of yards maybe on that play.
They give him a loss of 1.
I was wrong.
2nd and 11,
So
5:55 on the clock.
I'm also wrong too. So.
We're shaking off the rust.
Yeah, I mean, we shook it off at the right time. I mean, to me, it's like football's year-round for me. Because, like, normally you would see, like, a lot of 7-on-7s, a lot of combines and stuff. Speaking of combines, Bailey Gaither going wild in his combine workout.
Paso Robles grad, went to San Jose State. Rolling out, Nate Reese to the right, getting some pressure as the defense collapses around him and then loses him as he runs back across the opposite direction of the field and loses plenty of yardage as the Royals defense catches up to him.
Reese looking like trying to mimic a young Michael Vick. It's only fitting he was wearing number 7. Unfortunately, Mission Prep never stopped hustling on that play.
And Nate Reese escaped the pressure only to get the pressure collapsed on him even more. And that's a loss of 6. That's going to bring up a loss of 5. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 17.
I would imagine Declan Cole's number 11 is going to be the go-to option on this 3rd and long.
3rd and 15, a loss of 4. On that one, off the head of a Mission Prep defender.
Hayden Elmerick, it bounced off his helmet.
I guess if you're going to break up a play, you're going to use your head to do it.
Heads up.
So 4th and 15, following a loss of 4, and the incomplete pass. For those keeping stats at home, thank you, Charles Summer, for all that you're doing for us.
So, Brian, what's the halftime entertainment?
Halftime entertainment today is us talking.
And donuts.
And donuts. If you really want to watch us eat donuts, we'll do it for you. Here's the punt by Victor Ortiz.
He'll go in slow motion.
And the return for Mission Prep is going to be George Kardashian. And
that gives new meaning to keeping up with the Kardashian.
And keeping up with the Kardashians, were the Titans only limiting about a 4-yard gain on that return to midfield.
It looks like Keyshawn Poole is back in the lineup on defense. He took a little bit of a breather. Huge need for Nipomo to have a presence like that on the field.
I misplaced my phone today.
You want me to call you?
It's not up here. I think it's still downstairs.
Okay. It's where the donuts used to be.
It's okay.
All right, so Prep going back to their double.
There we go. First and 10 from the 50.
Oh!
And another fumble, this time by Mission Prep, recovered by the Titans, who get a turnover. Ben Cepeda.
Reversal of fortune. Nipomo was the one that had the fumble issues. Now it's gone the other way around, and with 4:15 left, now's a good time to capitalize.
Yes, now is the time to capitalize with 4:15 left.
Now it looks like Nipomo's going back to the shotgun 4-wide look.
And here's the snap. Evans with the handoff up the middle, and he gains a good, decent amount.
And fumble here.
And another fumble, back-to-back fumbles on back-to-back drives. And Jack Susain coming up with that recovery.
That's recovered by George Kardashian.
George Kardashian as well.
Fumble caused by Susain, recovered by Kardashian. And that is a first and 10 for Mission Prep as they get the ball right back.
And there was a swarm of killer bees on that fumble as well.
And first and 10, Mission Prep 4:08 here in the second quarter. They have a 7-0 lead in this close ball game.
What do you think, Brian?
Handoff and a quarterback snap. What is that? A double pass.
Halfback pass.
A halfback pass. Thank you. I am so rusty. A halfback pass. Caden Elmerick.
Nick Milton, though. Nick Milton playing that perfectly, not fooled by that.
Nick Milton on target to break up the pass downfield as White to Elmerick. Elmerick's pass no good. Mission Prep still trying to figure it out here. They haven't had much luck moving the ball on offense.
You know, Brian, credit Nipomo's pass defense, not being able to give up any big plays for the air so far.
And the pitch out to the left side, running up. Oh, big hit from Keyshawn Pua on Drew Harrigan.
Where's that nickname?
The Keyshawn Pua, the Polynesian powerhouse, showing why he's earned that nickname.
Tough like an elephant tusk, word to Ghostface Killer.
That's a big hit by the powerhouse.
Yeah, but you know, it's one of those hits that will ignite not only your sidelines, but all the parents who set up their lawn chairs in this game today.
We have parents allowed in the stadium, social distancing, and a run up the middle being pushed back for no gain is Harrigan.
And in case anybody's wondering, Brian and I are indeed social distancing.
Yep, and so is our cameraman Thomas.
Yeah, we're following health protocols here, so I think Sloan County Health Department will be proud of us.
And it is windy, so we got plenty of breeze to keep the germs away from us.
Yeah, and look who just showed up, Carlton Brown.
Carlton Brown in the house.
I know we'll probably touch base on it more at halftime with him going to Reno, but I'm energized to see what he's going to do in the Mountain West.
Yes, nothing but love between him and the program. You know, as I've talked to Coach, you know, everything all the decisions that were made were mutual between the student athletes and the coaches and the administration. Everybody was involved to make the right decision because the university definitely, or the school is definitely encourages the students to prioritize properly.
I think what's throwing you off, Brian, is that Mission Prep's real name is Mission College Prep.
Yes.
So the college part's throwing you off.
And here's the punt snap to Susank, gets it off. The wind gets this one, cuts it short, and chasing it down and watching it roll is the offense as I get pushed back by the wind. Caleb Cajas.
Brian, I hope you don't fly away.
I don't fly. Like Mary Poppins, I don't have my umbrella today, though. I think we're going to be good here as we have a change of possession. Mission Prep now transferring to defense. The Royals coming out, led by Nate Reese in the backfield as they've switched up their offense.
And we got 4 wide receivers with a single back in motion with
Gabe Evans, the single back. A toss to Gabe Evans out of the backfield from Reese, a floater.
David Luera read that perfectly, the sophomore. He saw screen all the way through and was able to make that cut.
And they gained 2 yards on that little screen pass. A little lob over the left side.
Looked like an alley-oop lob, almost. March Madness style.
Looking for the dunk on the end, but didn't happen. In motion, Ortiz takes the handoff out to the right side, and he gets clipped in the ankle for the takedown. Caleb Emmerich.
Caleb Elmerick.
Elmerick, excuse me.
Yeah, Elmerick. It's Elmer. It's like Elmer's glue, but Rick at the end.
Elmerick. Yeah, I got it. I have a friend named Emmerich. It slipped out.
Okay.
Elmerick. I do apologize for mispronouncing Elmerick's name.
Yeah, well, again.
But he had a nice tackle there, shoestring tackle. And the snap by Reese, pass over. That one's tipped. And that was a good tip by Harrison.
Yeah, Owen Harrison using that length, using that wingspan, exactly what you look for at your defensive end. You always want those guys to be tall, like guys who have literally like a seagull type wingspan. But he was able to break that play up, especially like being head up with a larger tackle.
Leaving the receiver wondering where the ball was because the receiver was expecting it to be on time, and the ball was 2 feet behind him.
You know, the woes on offense continue for Nipomo, along with the 3 turnovers, Brian. Just an inability to consistently put together drives.
And here's the punt unit. And a fake to Evans.
Second fake of the day.
And they're going for Evans. And Evans
he's in this time.
Might be in there. They're going to have to bring out the sticks for this one as he picked up 2 yards. I would measure.
2 highlights so far on the Nipomo's end, Brian. Defense and special teams. More so the punt unit.
As our cameraman has our shot set up, ready for that measurement. He is primed and ready. The true all-star of this event is Thomas.
What would we be without Thomas, you know?
I'd be manning the camera too.
Yeah, you're a lifesaver.
And they stretch it out.
Oh,
and it's just a hair nose good. And the Nipomo sideline lights up as the defense prepares for another series here with the Titans. Royals trying to figure out how to get the stop. It's a rare first down today. Second one of the drive.
4 receivers. It looks like Mission Prep has 6 in the box.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and that's a keeper. And Reese is taken down in the backfield, and we have a flag on the play.
Might be your first personal foul. We'll see what the marker is.
Nate Reese on the carry, tackled by number 8, Owen Harrison. Flag on play.
As the officials meet in the to talk about it. face masking as the official almost gets clipped with the clothesline.
Yikes.
That's a 15-yarder.
Personal foul.
Face masking personal foul of the kind. Oh, they're calling it a horse collar. I thought it was a person.
It kind of looked like a horse collar from right here. I mean, obviously
Okay.
there's a little bit of a crowd.
It looked like they called face masking. Oh, yeah, a horse collar to the side. You're right.
Yeah.
I miscalled the penalty, horse collar. So that's a 15-yarder. Pass up the middle, and it's dropped in stride by Justin McKee.
That has 6 points written all over it.
He had 3 steps to the end zone. All he had to do was hold on to the ball.
Again, it goes back, like the long layover, first game jitters. Unfortunately, I kind of hate to say you're going to see those kind of plays right there where dropped opportunities.
Yeah. A great pass. Just the timing, once again, just off by seconds, milliseconds. And Reese rolling out to the right side this time. This one pass complete to Declan Coles. And Coles stretches out as he's taken down by Elamarick.
I'm going to be curious to see what happens with Declan Coles in the future because I'm also under the belief that he can also play at the next level.
And that brings up a first down for the Titans as they move across the 50. Looking for the red zone. Shotgun snap, pass over to the right side. Off target to Declan Coles.
Yeah, it looks like some miscommunication between Coles and his QB. Just wasn't able to turn it around after that.
Fans still out on their cars. Some with no regard for their roofs. I love those type of football fans.
You're going to see more and more of that this season, like regardless of where you are in California, like people setting up shop, and it's almost like a drive-in theater.
Shotgun snap, rolling out to the left this time, trying to find some pressure coming in, avoids the snap.
The lineman dream.
Yeah,
the pass. Unfortunately, there's penalty markers.
Yeah, that's it. Lineman is ineligible on a pass play unless he's been identified as an eligible receiver. He was covered up. So he is ineligible. That pass is no good.
I hope Max Prep still acknowledges that stat. We'll see.
I give him credit. I give the lineman credit. He tried. It should have been a toss. He should have.
Yeah, especially if you're a guard. It's like, it's like tackles actually see the football sometimes on tackle eligible plays.
And the penalty is accepted by Mission Prep. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Illegal pass to an illegal receiver. And we're running less than coming up to 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Mission Prep leads the Titans here in Ocean League play. Milton with a snap on 2nd and 15 is what the scoreboard says, but it's more like a 2nd and 20. And that passes.
Declan Cole with not only the grown man catch, but taking the hit as well, putting Nipomo near the end zone. It looks like they're going to try to spike the football here.
Pass complete over the middle, and they go with the spike. Nate Reese as they are in the red zone. Ball at the 21-yard line. 20.9 seconds remain.
Coles took a vicious shot to the hip area, but, tough customer, though. Very tough.
Yeah, we had a lot of time to shake off the 2019 wear and tear. So bodies are pretty fresh. Nate Reese rolling out to the left, looking for a receiver. He decides to keep it and rolls out of bounds just at the 20-yard line, gaining 1 yard.
It's kind of dangerous how he was holding the football, though. He held it away from him and also toward the side of the defenders.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 is the yardage they have from the 20, 14.5 seconds.
I would imagine, Brian, a lob to Coles is probably going to be the move right here.
And looking for a receiver, scrambling is Reese. And Reese is going to keep it, trying to find some space. And at 4.6 seconds,
Not a really good decision on Reese's end. I get trying to like extend the play and trying to look for the open man, but you know, you look at the time constraints as well, and now you're down to 4.6 seconds.
4th and 5 for the Titans. 4.6 seconds, and the ball is at the, I believe, the 16-yard line. That one's and we have a timeout on the field.
Timeout Titans with 4.6 left to play in the first.
So what do? You run or do you pass?
I say one more quick lob. Try to see if you could get it to Coles, and if not, then kick the field goal.
We haven't seen much of the Polynesian powerhouse Keyshawn Pua here late in the second quarter on this drive.
Yeah, it's been mostly a lot of 4-receiver sets and trying to get the air attack going, which, I mean, it has worked on this drive.
I feel like when you put Pua in the game, it's almost a guarantee he gets the ball, so it kind of eliminates the pass option.
Let's see what we got here.
And here comes the offense.
They're going to go for the end zone. Or actually, no, it looks like a field goal.
They're going with a field goal. Declan Cole's out to kick the 3 points as the Nipomo Titans just want to get on the board before halftime, before going into the locker room.
And now we got another timeout?
Mission prep timeout, icing the kicker, not even giving him a chance to get it off.
Not even fourth quarter, and icing the kicker can happen at any time.
I feel like there was a David Schuster, Coach Schuster was unprepared for the field goal unit. I thought he was going to see them go for it, and he had prepared coming out of that last timeout for a defensive play, not a special teams play. And that's why he called his timeout. Not to ice the kicker, not to play any games, but to reset his defense for the proper play that they need in order to make things work. And with 4.6 seconds here at Mission Prep High School in San Luis Obispo, California, the Royals lead the Titans 7-3 as Declan Coles comes to put a try up from the. We're gonna say that. What is that? That's a
15 maybe.
The kick is up. The kick is good off the building. That is going to be a 36-yard attempt.
And now Nipomo feels even better about themselves, knowing they got on the board and how they managed to keep things close against Mission Prep.
Correction, that's a 31-yard attempt. Good by Declan Coles, which sends us into the halftime. Royals maintain their lead into the break. First to score, first to maintain. It is a 7-3 score. Mission Prep Royals lead the Nipomo Titans here at Mission College Prep High School in San Luis Obispo, California. You're listening to Mission Prep Football on Prep Sports Network, streaming live on YouTube and Spreaker. We'll be right back with some halftime details here in just a few moments.
You're listening to Mission Prep Football on Prep Sports Network. I'm Brian Stanley. We'll be right back with you here in just a few minutes. Appreciate you joining us. Mission Prep leads the Royals 7-3. Mission Prep Royals lead the Titans 7-3. Slight misnomer there. Sorry. We'll be right back. Thank you for listening to Pro Sports Network. Welcome back to Mission Prep Football on Prep Sports Network. I'm Brian Stanley. With me is Lorenzo Reyna. Oh my gosh.
First game jitters continue even at halftime.
You know, I think about it.
Say without hesitation, and I'll correct you later.
Yeah, I think about it and I say it wrong, and then I don't think about it and I say it right.
But it's editing. It's an editing thing. So you know, as you know in the newspaper field.
So Charles Summer, our official stat keeper, and again, I misplaced my phone, and I've been getting text messages from our associates Charles Summer and Stephen Hodges that we've been having some technical issues, including apparently we were using microphone audio from over there off the camera, but we're working it out. I've never done a live video stream, actual live besides a test where I can sit there and I can figure it out. I got 2 hours, you know.
It's kind of the first for me as well.
So here we go. We're gonna look at this here. Some breakdown of stats. Mission Prep, starting with passing. We're gonna go with Colby White. Excuse me. He is 0 for 7 passing, and then we have the one pass by Caden Elmerick. And he was incomplete as well. So 0 yards passing for Mission Prep. And then breaking it down, Jack Susank, 5 for 15 yards rushing. David Larrea is 3 for 6 rushing. Drew Harrigan is 5 for 12 rushing. And Colby White is 3 for 18 rushing. And obviously there is no passing yards to total for the Royals. For Mission Prep, Nate Reese is 3 for 11 for 36 yards passing. His 2 receivers today have been Gabe Evans, 1 for 2 yards, and Declan Coles, 2 for 30